Yes. Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. And Salam Ramadan to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. First of all, thank you everyone for sparing some time to join today's TeaTalk session beyond the first ever local APIGA, Navigating the Future of Internet Governance. We truly appreciate your presence and we hope this session will be both insightful and inspiring. For your information, the Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission MCMC, through the Numbering and Electronic Addressing Management Department NEAMD, has successfully organized the very first local Asia Pacific Internet Governance Academy Malaysia, MyAPIGA 2025, from 16 to 18 February 2025. My APIGA 2025 provided young professionals with essential knowledge in internet governance, covering key areas such as domain name system, IP address policies, cybersecurity, and the multi-stakeholder governance model. Participants had the opportunity to engage in thought-provoking discussions, gain valuable insights, and connect with industry experts contributing to the future of internet governance. So, for these TikTok sessions, we have three great speakers from MCMC with us today, who are also participants of My APIGA 2025. First, we have Abdul Rahman Auf Azhar from the Numbering and Electronic Addressing Management Department. And then we have Ms. Nurul Akila Azmi from the Policy Development Department. And our third speaker, we have Mr. Muhammad Irfan Ismail from the Quality Monitoring Department. And also we have our moderator for today, Encik Muhammad Afiq Amar bin Tulus from the Numbering and Electronic Addressing Management Department. So without further ado, I'll pass the floor to our speakers.
Thank you, Melissa, for the introductions. Well, Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. To all who are participating in physical at this beautiful creative hub of MCMC Tower 1, and also for those who are attending online, thank you for your presence as well. And Salam Ramadan, Salam Malaysia Madani, and welcome to this exciting session titled Beyond the First Ever Local APIGA, Navigating the Future of Internet Governance. So my name is Afiq Tulos, and I am honored to be your moderator for today. So for those who have yet to know, I am currently part of the Numbering and Electronic Addressing Management Department and have been involved in bringing this Asia Pacific Internet Governance Academy to Malaysia, working collaboratively with the Internet Corporations for Assigned Names and Numbers, ICANN. So before that, let me share a little bit on how I brought APIGA to Malaysia. So it is all started in 2023 when I was invited to be a mentor for APIGA 2023 in South Korea. So it was a unique experience in overall to see all the mentors comprising of speakers, facilitators, trainers gather and basically try to share as much knowledge as possible to all the participants throughout the 5 days course. So, of course, 5 days is not enough when it comes to internet governance, which we only managed to cover the basic principles and high-level understandings of what internet governance is, and basically more related or more focused to domain name systems and IP addresses. But I believe that it is truly a great platform for young professionals and talents to understand and try to create their path in the internet's governance area. So why I am saying creating their own path in internet governance, because that questions I will leave to these three speakers who will share with us what they have obtained throughout the two and a half days of My APIGA 2025, which is a shorter and lighter version of APIGA, but of course with the same intensity in terms of discussion and discourses that happened throughout the two and a half days. So as introduced by the MCs just now, we have three esteemed speakers with us. I introduce them once again. Mr. Muhammad Irfan Ismail, the Assistant Director of the Quality Monitoring Department of MCMC. Ms. Nurul Akila Azmi, Deputy Director of the Policy Development Department of MCMC. and Mr. Abdul Rahman of Azhar, the intern officer of the Numbering and Electronic Addressing Management Department of MCMC. So all three of them are the selected participants for the program out of 168 applicants overall in the short period of time that we opened the application window in the early February. So we will be hearing from the best among the best of the group. And we also have one of the two most outstanding participants with us today. You will know who is he or she later. So maybe we can discuss further about that later in terms of preparations and what is the next steps after being considered or being rewarded or awarded as the most outstanding participants. So we are here today to discuss on My APIGA 2025, the Malaysia's edition of the Asia Pacific Internet Governance Academy, APIGA. So this program serves as a platform for young professionals and students to gain in-depth knowledge and hands-on experience in internet governance. So My APIGA 2025, which took place from 16 to 18 February 2025, bringing together 30 participants from various backgrounds, comprising of those from public sectors, private sectors, students, and also we have two teachers or academic officers from Kementerian Pendidikan to also participate in My APIGA and contributing to the discourses about internet governance. So through this session, we hope to provide you with exposure, awareness, and opportunities to get involved in internet governance. And we encourage you to listen, engage, and ask questions to maximize this experience. So before we begin with our questions, let's us hear a few words from our speakers. So to know them better, could each one of you briefly introduce yourselves, your name, background, and interest in internet governance, please?
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Annyeonghaseyo. Chonun, Muhammad Irfan bin Ismail Indida. Okay, so basically I'm coming from Quality Monitoring Department of MCMC. So before this, I have been pursuing for my degree in IT background. So before I start to pursue for my degree in IT background, so basically I am one of the foundation in law student. So basically, with this combination of the for my backgrounds study in technical and also includes for the non-technicals that make me feel interested to know more regarding of the internet governance. So so before I proceed further to pass for this mic back to Mr. Afiq. So basically I want to thanks especially for the numbering department for the numbering department for giving me for this opportunity to give and also share my knowledge and also experience that we have gained together during for the previous My APIGA 2025. Okay, so I pass over mic to Afiq.
Okay, so I can see that he started to practice his Korean. And why is that? Because Irfan is actually one of the two most outstanding participants for My APIGA 2025. And because of that, he actually obtained or earned his spot in the regional APIGA, which will be conducted in Jeju, South Korea later this year. So, yeah. So, after that, we please invite Miss Akila.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Selamat berpuasa kepada yang berpuasa. Thank you for joining TeaTalk today's session. So we expect that this session will be a very chill one. So no need to feel nervous ataupun anxious at all. We're just going to share our experience during My APIGA. And before that, my name is Akila. I'm from Regulatory Policy Division in the Policy Development Department. So basically before I joined My APIGA, I didn't know anything about this knowledge in the area of IT, you know. I have a very limited and minimum knowledge because I am a law graduate. So as a law student, we can definitely read and digest a lot of book and reading materials. But when it comes to IT related area, I have to say me myself have a very limited or minimum amount of knowledge in regards to it. So for today's session, I will be sharing with you guys my experience for my APIGA in the POV of a non-technical background. So yeah, that's all.
Maybe we can proceed with Rahman.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everybody. I too want to say that I appreciate every single one of you, whether it be physically or virtually, for attending the our first TeaTalk session in Ramadan, right? So thank you so much for attending. So my name is Abdul Rahman Auf. I am currently an internship student in Numbering and Electronic Addressing Management Department. My institute is actually located in Malacca. My academic background is actually science computer, particularly in artificial intelligence. And currently, I actually actively seeking for vacancy within the company. Such an amazing company. So here I am trying to sell myself here. So lastly, lastly, I would like I would appreciate it if each one of you lend us your ears as we would try our best to share our perspective, opinion, and experience regarding our first ever Malaysian's APIGA. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Akila, and Rahman as well. And as Akila said, this session is meant for knowledge sharing and also experience sharing, I would say, from different perspectives. From Akila, who is not coming from a technical background. I feel you because I also not coming from technical background. And Rahman, who is an internship officer, and Irfan is coming from the quality monitoring side, who is actually the side of internet, or the internet governance, the DNS and IP addresses might be alien to some of you, this is the area or the avenue that you can actually venture into internet governance more and to know more about DNS and IP addresses, to know more about the other side of internet governance, rather than just focusing on the content side or digital inclusivity, so on and so forth. So we are going to start our sessions with the first question for Irfan. Maybe to start, can you share the core objectives and structure of My APIGA 2025? And maybe if you could also tell us in brief about the program details of what My APIGA is all about.
Okay, so basically the program of the My APIGA 2025. Because for this program, it is at first to provide for the future leader. So basically, the participant age coming in between for the 18 to 35 years old. So basically, in terms of providing them and also to develop their skills related to the internet governance, because as for now we can see in this digital era, we can see that for now sekarang ni even in IT or related to AI have been developed and also being evolved from time to time. So basically I think it is one of the right way, and also my APIGA is one of the best platform and also medium in order to provide for the youngsters related and also to develop their skills related to the internet governance. So basically, we not just only being trained in order to use the internet. So basically, it is we need to also know on how we can practice in order to practice to save fully to use for the internet. So that is why I'm thinking that one of the key highlight that have been introduced in my APIGA 2025 it is also to provide for the safety awareness in terms of the using the internet to the users. Okay, so basically for the program name and also detail for the my APIGA 2025. So basically for my APIGA 2025 have been held on 16 to 18 February 2025 at Doubletree Hotel Putrajaya. So basically as for my information that I have received that numbering department have received about 168 application throughout to join for this my APIGA 2025, and only for the 13 for the selected participant who managed to secure themselves in order to join and also participate for my APIGA 2025. Okay, so with this massive amount of the application and just only for the 13 selected participant in order for you to join my APIGA, so because as Mr. Afiq just mentioned just now, so you do not need to think that for this 30 participant, it is coming from the technical background. As Afiq just mentioned just now, two out of 30 participants coming from the education background. So that tak semestinya for someone coming daripada technical background will be selected to be the first 13 selected of this participant that managed to secure for themselves to join for this My APIGA 2025.
Yep. Actually, on behalf of the Secretariat, we're also cracking our head in terms of assessing those 168 applicants because all of them are actually, submitting a good applications, I would say. But in terms of determining who are the 30 first participants of my APIGA 2025, we tried as much as possible in terms of bringing inclusivity and diversity into the groups, because we don't want someone who we don't want a group that only technical people's within the groups and discussing about technical things. Because we are discussing about a broad perspective of internet governance, so we need peoples from different areas and reflecting or representing different communities within the internet. Even at ICANN level, we have so many communities at ICANNs. We have those comings from the government, those comings from the industries, and also those comings from the public at large, who are the end users, who are representing the end users in voicing out their concerns and their inputs, feedback in terms of policies, so on and so forth. So that is what we are trying to reflect with the participants of my APIGA 2025. So I know that much or many people wondering what is my APIGA is actually. In the first place, when we first advertised my APIGA, some of my colleagues even phoned me and contacting me, asking about what my APIGA is all about and what is being expected from my APIGA. So I want to know from your perspectives, Irfan, what actually, what do you expect from my APIGA and what basically motivates you to participate in my APIGA?
Okay, so I think that what makes me motivate in order to join for this my APIGA. So basically as I mentioned inside for my introduction just now. So at first during for my foundation study, I'm one of the foundation in law students. So basically I have developed and also to be passionate inside to learn more related to the legal terms and also in terms of policy. So basically, the law term have been one of the my daily terms daily life terms during for my foundation studies. So when I start to pursue for my bachelor degree and IT, it is a totally shift from the non-tech background to the technical background. So during my bachelor degree in IT, I also just have a basic knowledge regarding for the internet. For example, I just might only know the history of the internet, who what is the organization in Malaysia that govern the internet. So basically, I think for this combination fro- uh, of the technical uh, and also for the non-technical background that I have during for my study that make me feel eager to learn more what to learn more regarding for the policy making and also the regulatory process inside for the internet governance itself.
Okay, so we heard from the perspective of a person who is coming from the technical background. So, as a legal person or persons coming from the legal frats, I would say, Akila, before attending my APIGA, what were your expectations about my APIGA?
Okay, thank you, Afiq. Okay, for in terms of, I would say about my motivation lah to enter the program. So I think it's all the same for all the participants. We all read the MCMC Academy email about the program, my APIGA, and they list out all the criteria, all the qualification, the background that they require, the age requirement and all that. And then I took one look at the tentative of the program. It was full of IT topics. And I'm not talking about the generic ones. I'm talking about they use like specific term like DNS, IP address, IPv4, IPv6, and then top level domain name and all that, you know. So I thought to myself like, this is not for me, definitely not for me at all. I thought when I apply, I wouldn't be qualified for it. But suddenly, my lovely boss, she's here today in the Grey Blazer, Ima. She encouraged me to apply for it and she put it in an email. So I literally like I have no excuse because the event started on Sunday and my Sunday plan on that weekend, specific weekend got cancelled. So I have to apply for it. So when you see the application form, they provided the link and all. For this year, they actually require you to do some thinking because they ask two questions in the specific form. The first question is, why do you want to join the program? And the second question is, what is your understanding on DNS, IP address and internet governance? Very specific question. So I was like, ya Allah, I tak tahu nak tulis apa sebab I have no idea about it. Kan? Takkan I nak guna chat GPT pula untuk submit application form tu. So I sit back, I thought to myself like, with my current role sekarang ni, apa yang relevant in regards to the program. So I actually found out that it actually relevant to me because what motivates me to apply for this program is because I'm a policy maker. You know, as a policy maker, you need to have the understanding of the structure or the backbone of the area that you wanted to develop the policy for. For example, in the internet area, the internet is not just about browsing and social media. The internet has all the governance, policy, and regulations. So I think that's very important for me to learn because I don't know in the future I might be able to apply what I've learned in my APIGA. And besides, I was also curious about the term internet governance especially. So I talk about it later. But basically, after I submit, all the participants that have been finalized was announced through an calculation email around Friday night around 10 p.m. So after that, after we all read the email, my expectation is that I was very scared and anxious because I thought everyone from that will be coming to the program must be someone yang ada very good background in IT. So I was like, macam mana kalau dia orang guna technical jargon yang I tak tahu langsung. But Alhamdulillah, apa yang I expect tu memang tak betul sama sekali. It was very fun, very memorable journey for me. They all use easy language and all that. So yeah, that's all.
But there are some technical jargons used,
Of course,
right?
there are some very specific session yang very technical yang ada kira-kira number, but it was all good.
Yeah. So, yeah. Go to Rahman. So I think this is quite a similar questions, but just wants to know from your perspective as an intern in MCMC, what were basically your goals in joining my APIGA?
Okay, excellent question, Afiq. I've actually a lot of goals approaching APIGA. One of the earliest goal, I actually helped to manage the event itself. So of course, one of my earliest goal is to make the event to be successful. And but there are a side story to this approaching APIGA. Sebenarnya towards nak masuk event tu boleh pula injek kaki weh. Nak masuk event tu kita nak study lah. Yelah it's an event full of very educated people. Mestilah kita nak study kan, nak compete. Lepas tu macam boleh pula injek lah tu lah semua. Lepas tu my second biggest goal is actually to build networking. To me, APIGA did an excellent job in to give opportunity to build networking. I say considering the participants include private sectors, government sectors, and academic and researchers. I managed to build networking with a lot of people, includes TM, DNB, people from law firms, the actual lawyers, even cikgu budak sekolah rendah pun ada, cikgu sekolah menengah. So memang best lah. Memang pergi sana tu memang I enjoy my time there. Not only that I learn a lot, I make friends a lot, and terus lupa sakit kaki sampai sana. Memang enjoy lah. Lepas tu I think ni last lah, last at that time memang nak try menang lah outstanding award tu, tapi tak apa lah, kalah. We have the best outstanding individual here. He really deserve it. So itulah one of the some of my goals engaging with APIGA. Okay, thank you.
Well, that sounds fun. I don't remember it that fun, but it's okay. Yeah, we keep the fun part in front, and then we go to the intensity of the discussions afterwards. So maybe in terms of, because we are keep talking about the diversity of the participants, maybe some of you could actually also points out the diversity of the speakers as well, or maybe you could share in terms of the speakers, on how the speakers, the selection of speakers, is it okay, is it good, is it needs more diversity from other areas as well?
Okay. I actually wanted to cover this, but I forgot. Okay, so the speakers includes my head of department, Encik Ruzamri, and my supervisor, Encik Afiq, and there's also Puan Ashikin, and there's also a professor from University Utara Malaysia, Prof. Suhaidi, and there's also international speaker such as Athena Fu from ICANN. There's also Sunny Chendi from APIGA. There's Justin Chu, Miss Yao from my nick. Okay, Miss Yao is actually local lah. And there's also Prof. Suresh Warren from IPv6 Council. So there are a lot of varieties and a lot of backgrounds. They were very, very humble people. Even though they have such an amazing background, their academic achievement are way beyond I could imagine. They were very, very talkative and are willing to share their knowledge and always available to answer some of our question. Us as individual that come to the event, datang tak tahu apa-apa kan, tak kisahlah IT background ke legal background, apa benda governance ni kan. Memang the experts and the speakers were very, very friendly and humble and very, very efficient lah. Okay, I think that's all.
Okay, so I think we have finished the first round of our questions. And I've been informed by the organizers, KMRCD, that there will be 3 short questions to be posted on the physical attendees. So this is your chance to actually win something from KMRCD. So the first question would be, when is the date for my APIGA, or when my APIGA 2025 is conducted? I think we have mentioned it twice. Yes, please. Yes, correct. That's true. So that will be the first winner for our physical attendees. So, okay, moving on with the next part. I think maybe Irfan, if you could share some of the key agendas and topics, go a little bit deeper into the topics that has been discussed, and what are the topics and what are the activities that basically you did in My APIGA 2025.
Okay, so basically they have a lot of schedule throughout. They have been organized dekat dalam My APIGA 2025 lah. So basically with this variety of the session that more focusing on the internet governance, ICT leadership, electronic addressing, and also IPv6 adoption. So basically, at first, of course, we have the session ataupun the talk session that have been coming from the internet governance aspect, as have been mentioned by Rahman just now. So basically, mesti you all ingat. Okay, so basically for this throughout of the 2 days and half, mostly have been fulfilled and also be equipped dengan apa ni dengan Intes punya agenda. So that is a totally no, because one of our agenda, we also have been delighted dengan for the interactive activities so we call it as My APIGA City. So basically for me, My APIGA City is one of the, dia macam kita main Monopoly tapi yang ni version kita bergerak sendiri. So dia macam My APIGA City ni, the participant will be given for the My APIGA dollars. So basically bank akan bagi kita dollars. So basically we need to go to every of the checkpoint. So basically, so for one participant yang kumpul banyak duit, dia akan be nominated as the winner lah. Okay, so beside for this interactive session, so as the key highlight, we also as the key highlight for this My APIGA, we also are having the model conference that we have been discussed a lot of topic related to DNS abuse. So DNS stand for dominant system abuse. So basically, we have been sharing a lot of thoughts and also opinion. So throughout for this model conference. So usually mesti orang ingat if you want to join for My APIGA, you need to be talkative. You tak sepatutnya jadi introvert. So that is a totally also no. So during for this final agenda for this model for conference, even the organizer also have been notified. To ensure that so for some of the participant not to dominate dekat dalam for this model conference. So because for this one also the organizer also want to make sure that everyone can share for their talks related to the topic that have been discussed dekat dalam so My APIGA, which is related to the DNS abuse. Okay, so I think there is a little bit of the sharing on the agenda based on what have been organized inside for the My APIGA 2025.
Okay, so there are many activities within My APIGA 2025. There is fun activity, and also we have some discourses, we have some panel discussions going on. In terms of challenge, were you challenged during My APIGA 2025? If yes, which part is basically challenging you?
Okay, so I think the challenges, I think every of the participant has have their own challenges. So in terms of me, because I'm coming from the technical background, especially during my study. So basically, the terms of the internet, the term of IP address and DNS, it is bukan sesuatu yang pelik ataupun yang unik for me lah. But I think that in terms of they have uh, they have the legal terms. I don't think dipanggil sebagai legal terms lah. But during my APIGA, we also have been learned the role of the registrant, registry, and etc. So basically, it is the totally new for me. So I think starting the day when I start to join my APIGA until now, I also still having the difficulties in order to differentiate the role for the registry and etc. lah. Yep.
Okay, pop quiz. Who knows the role of a registrant or what registrant is?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but a registrant is an individual that wants to register its own domain and wants to buy. Either way lah. That is a registrant. As for registrar, it's I would say company or organization that sells domain name. Okay, so some of the example could be as a bits. As a bits, a company that sells domain. And there's also a term that Irfan probably didn't mention, or maybe I misheard. RIR, Regional Internet Registries. Banyak kali registry. So Regional Internet Registries is actually a non-profit, non-governmental organization that helps manage this domain in a region. So for our case, it's called APIGA. It's a Asian Pacific. APIGA. So apa lagi? Did I cover all?
Yeah. Maybe I could stop you there. RIR or Regional Internet Registries is to manage IP addresses.
Okay, thank you.
So for domains, they will straight away go to ICANN as the coordinator for domain names internationally.
What he said.
Never mind. We are still learning. We are all learning.
Yep.
So back to Akila. So questions on you in terms of reflecting on my APIGA 2025, from all of the activities that we've mentioned just now, what were basically the most impactful moments for you and what basically stood out the most?
Okay, thank you, Afiq, for the question. So this is a very tricky question, yeah, because coming from a non-technical background, I rasa every moment is very impactful for me. You know, since the beginning, we have discussion daripada pukul 9 until 10:30 for 2 days in a row, and we even have a forum discussion on the last day. Dia memang very packed, but it was very engaging, sangat very knowledgeable lah to someone yang new like me to learn about this internet governance. But if I could highlight the most impactful moments for me, the first one is definitely about learning about the terms of internet governance. I mean the meaning of the wording of governance kita dah biasa dengar dalam BM tadbir urus. We know about the tadbir urus kerajaan, you know. Kita tahu yang kerajaan perlukan polisi and then perlukan undang-undang untuk kawal selir rakyat, which is us lah, and to ensure that kita boleh live harmoniously within each other walaupun kita hidup berbilang mangsa. So the ecosystem of the kerajaan is also applicable to the internet ecosystem. There are someone behind the scene of the internet yang control and regulate all the IP addresses and allocate the domain name and all of that. So without these people like ICANN, APIGA and all that, dia akan jadi traffic clash yang sangat teruk lah dekat dalam internet, I would say that. But by learning that, I understood that internet governance is not something new. It has been developed since long time ago, but it still need to be advocate to the youngster every day so that they get to know more about this internet governance. That's the first one. So the second moment, just Irfan mentioned just now about the My APIGA City. So basically an explorers game. There are 5 checkpoints. So we all had very much fun on that night. But the thing is, this is not a normal exploration, you know. Every checkpoint, there are 5. Every checkpoint is actually an IT lesson awareness in disguise. So you don't just play game and suddenly menang macam tu je. Dia macam every game ada dia punya plot twist tu. Yang I can tell one, there is one checkpoint yang you just have to scan QR code, isi survey, and then you will dapat 200 APIGA money. Like easy money lah. Sebab the winner is, by the end of the day, the winner is siapa yang ada paling banyak duit. So we all scan, all the participants scan, isi survey, masukkan kita punya private data and hantar the survey, you know, dapat 200. And by the end of the game, it was actually announced that siapa yang isi the survey dah hilang 400 APIGA money, just like that. So for that checkpoint, the lesson is that janganlah senang-senang you expose data you just to get easy money. And yang kedua, jangan senang sangat you kena scam dengan orang-orang yang kita tak tahu siapa from anonymous source. Yang itulah. And then the third moment is basically the conversation lah, the engagement session with the speaker and also the participant. The speaker are all very expert in their own area. We also have a local speaker, which is Prof. Suhaidi, and then Miss Yo and Miss Justin. Some are lawyers yang dia ada firm dekat KL. Daytime je dia buat kerja lawyer. But at night time, dia adalah policy maker for ICANN, which is the international NGO yang manage all the domain name system. So when it comes to participant pula, we all had fun because everyone datang from different background. Tak semua daripada technical, tapi majoritinya technical lah kan. But we did have fun kalau if they use a technical jargon, I have someone yang around me yang I boleh tanya, dia tengah cakap pasal apa tu? Apa? Then they are very helpful to explain to me in a very easy language yang orang layman macam kita boleh understand. So I think in all, my APIGA is not just a learning experience, it's an eye opener to show that even if you don't come from IT background, you can still take your chances to learn about internet governance. Yeah, so I think that's all.
Yeah. I would say there are so many impactful moments for you, but definitely we couldn't retain the session. Sorry, the one of the APIGA punya apa tu? No, the APIGA City punya challenge tu. Yeah, one of the challenge tu, I think we have to take it out for next year punya my APIGA because it has been dah dibocorkan oleh Akila. So the trick is no longer there. So we need to change the challenge for my APIGA 2026 maybe. So in terms of if someone who is, because you are not coming from a technical background, for someone who is interested in this area, but without a technical background, maybe you could, what advice that you could give in terms of entering my APIGA for next year, or maybe the regional APIGA afterwards?
Like I've said before, I come from a legal background. So when the invitation email came, I tried to Google the wording of my APIGA, but I couldn't find anything. I only found the APIGA at the regional level. So when you Google and you cannot find something, you will be like, is this the first one, or what do I expect from this? I'm coming from legal. Should I enter this program? But somehow, I would say my advice to those yang nak discover the internet governance area, but you are not coming from the IT background, first, you kena baby steps dulu. Start small. You don't just terus jump baca pasal technical jargon, pasal IT jargon. You definitely cannot understand that. Just go on the ICANN website ataupun APINI website and baca all the internet policy yang gunakan language yang mudah lah. Just like the introduction to internet governance and all that. So that's the first one. The second one, there are a lot of useful resources which is beginner friendly untuk public macam kita. We have I Can Learn, and then we also have Happening Academy, and also Internet Governance Forum, IGF. These 3 platforms have free online courses, which is available for everyone. You can just go to the website and find the articles on or discussion about it. And yeah, just like go through it once in a while. And the last one is by connecting with the expertise in this area, like for us, MCMC, we have a department that is very skillful in this kind of area. So why don't you just like approach them, ask them easy question, ask them to help you in order to gain insight for better for this area and so on and so forth. Yeah, I think that's how you can try to dig through the internet governance step by step.
Yes, actually, I very agree. In order for us to learn internet governance, we don't have to be, participating in programs such as My APIGA, so on and so forth. It's always available online. It is up to our efforts to actually, do some digging and do some research on what its internet governance is, and basically we could leverage on the available learning portals that are available online, so that we could actually get some basics understandings of what internet governance is all about. And we can actually see that internet governance itself is a very huge and wide areas to be covered. And DNS IP addresses is just part of it. It's more on the technical side of internet governance, but it is equally important for us to know and to monitor. And of course, MCMC as the regulating it. I have the second quiz for the physical attendees. So name one learning portal that has been said by Miss Akila just now. Cannot be the same person. Yes, Miss Jenny. I can what? I can. No, I give you one more chance. I can learn. Yes, I can learn. So this is the next winner for our physical attendees. Okay, so we move on to the next questions. Maybe to Rahman first. How basically My APIGA contributed to your personal growth? Maybe it changed your perspective or enhance your skills.
Okay, so excellent question. As a whole, my APIGA really did did an excellent job in giving me an exposure to internet governance. It helps me to have a new perspective. I have a new perspective on how the internet, the IP address, and the numbers are being managed and governed in a global scale. So, when it comes to personal growth, I would say I have a new goal in mind, though as of now it's just a wishful thinking. Now we have, as mentioned by my fellow speakers, there are ICANN, there are APIGA, there are MINIC, this organization that manages internet, IP, and etc. etc. My wishful thinking and one of my nearest goal in the future is what if in the future there's going to be a non-governmental, non-profit organization that helps govern and develop policies for the newest tech, which is artificial intelligence, because the technology is in a rapid growth. It's in a rapid growth, and I think it's gonna be very crucial to have a non-governmental organization to manage how the technology should be used, how it should not be used. So one of my personal goals is I want to be a part of the discussion in the policy making, or I want to be a part of the frontliners. So that is for the personal growth. And did I cover all the questions? Ada? Okay. Okay, thank you.
So yeah, so we can see from the perspective of an intern, maybe My APIGA could actually enhance your skills and provides you with understandings of what internet governance is all about. And maybe I would say the most important areas that My APIGA could actually provide, aside from the knowledge, aside from the information and understanding, the networking, the persons that you can connect to. So as you said just now, maybe you named a few speakers from local and international For instance, Athena from ICANN, and also Sunny from EPNIC, and we also have local speakers as well, like Miss Yo from MINIC, and Prof. Sureswaran from the APAC IPv6 Council, who are very experienced in their fields. Maybe if you could share one advice from any one of them who basically, give you the most impact in terms of, creating your future path.
All right, great question. I'm actually quite excited to answer this question. Though I need to inform that all the expertise, all the speakers did give impactful advice and knowledge to me. But I will share my favorite one, which is from Professor Suhaidi, a professor in University Utara Malaysia. He is not only a lecturer, he also have experience in ICANN discussions and whatnot, and many more. My favorite advice that I received from this particular amazing individual is he gave me a quote, which is keep learning and stay young. So at first I was like, okay, keep learning, fair point. But what do you mean by staying young? So he elaborates on this matter in, which is by staying young, meaning stay curious. No matter how old you can be 9 years old, you can be 20, you can be 68, you can be 50. If you keep learning and keep explore all the new knowledge that you haven't discovered yet, the benefit will go to you. So this advice really impactful to me, especially comes from a individual that spent his entire life learning and researching, a professor. So that is my favorite advice I received. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I think we are running out of time, but I would want to pose one last questions to Irfan. As the most outstanding persons of my APIGA 2025, I think you could answer this. Why do you think my APIGA is important to you, to MCMC, to Malaysia?
So I think for the benefits of for the myself, I think in terms of the benefits of the myself, I think at first as I just mentioned previously that I that I have been coming from a technical background. So basically, I think if want to related to my daily job, basically our department is currently looking toward in providing for the cloud service for the cloud service provider to be replaced for our physical FTP that will be using in order to ensure that for the QoS quality of service meet within the standard that have been set by MCMC, and I'm one of the responsible PIC in order to charge in charge for this cloud service. So I think that with my knowledge and also the exposure that I have been received from this my APIGA, so I think that we also know that the cyber crime and also the cyber attack that currently being starting untuk to be berleluasa dekat dalam dekat Malaysia sekarang ni. So I think that is one of the important way in order to fulfill my knowledge, in order as a step to make sure that the preventative measure we can explore in order to avoid for any of the potential attacks for the next coming forward. So I think in terms of the benefits of having of my APIGA for MCMC and also Malaysia. So because I think that the benefit for MCMC and and also for the Malaysia. So I think that my APIGA will be one of the best medium or the platform in order to foster the global engagement, increase the awareness, and also for uh, building the capacity, especially for the youngster that might be related to the internet governance. So secondly, because as been mentioned by my fellow speaker Rahman just now, we have a lot of the expert that have been gathered inside for this by IPIGA. So basically with this gathering and also for the exchange that have been promoted in order to be exchanging of the idea and also for the opinion that will also allow Malaysia to stay ahead for the especially for the global policy discussion, cybersecurity trend, and also for the digital infrastructure development. So lastly, I think that with this my APIGA organization, as we promote for the local young talent in order to join my APIGA. So basically from here I can see that it is also will be one of the platform in order to educate them on the importance of this internet governance. Besides also to build and develop the future leaders inside for this digital policy field.
Yes, I agree. So basically, My APIGA is not just a program, but it is a stepping stone for young professionals and talents and also students to engage in internet governance area, where they could learn, not just learning about the internet governance itself, but they also could connect with industry experts and also develop some critical skills, and they could also create their future path in internet governance if they want to, or else they could just have some more additional knowledge into internet governance. So before we move to the conclusion of this session, one last questions for the physical attendees. I would ask the most simplest one. What is RIR? Anyone? Yes, Shasha. Exactly. Congratulations, Shasha, for winning the third prize for physical attendees. So now I will let each and every one of you to have just a very brief conclusions or summary of what has been discussed and what basically your final thoughts on my APIGA 2025, please. Maybe we could start with Rahman.
My conclusion is quite very chill one. I want to emphasize one more time that APIGA, regional APIGA or local APIGA, either way, really give opportunity to build networking, very, very excellent networking. So I want to share a quote, which is Bismillah, Tawakal, and Kabel. Okay, go on.
All right. For me, I would say my APIGA really opened up my eye. I learned that learning doesn't have any limited age or what. It's okay to not know everything. That's how you learn. You can start from below or zero, and then you can climb up your ladder. But through my APIGA, I got exposed to a very new knowledge for me in terms of internet governance and all that. And I get to network with some of the reputable speakers and also the participants, and I get to know that some organization that actually control all the internet and all that. So basically, I will really encourage you guys, if ada lagi next year for my APIGA 26, to apply for the program, and you will feel the experience macam mana yang kita orang rasa. Yeah, so that's all.
So I think that from my side, mostly of the points have been taken by my fellow speakers. So I think that because for me, in terms of the joining of my APIGA beside of the mainly for the networking, so I also would like to encourage, especially for the youngsters, if you have any passion or interested to develop your skill, especially related to the internet governance. So hopefully, in the next year, if MCMC will be organizing again for the Maapika 2026, so don't forget to register yourself. Okay, so I think for my last statement, so I would like to take for this opportunity to thank you for the numbering and also electronic departments, in order for giving me for this opportunity throughout to join for my APICA 2025, and also giving me the opportunity to be selected to join for the regional APICA in Jeju Island, so South Korea. Okay, thank you and kamsahamnida.
So yeah, well, what can I say? Basically, make Malaysia proud then. So that was an insightful discussion. Thank you to our speakers for sharing their experiences and perspectives. I encourage all of you who are here attending physical or online to explore internet governance further and take advantage of initiatives like My APIGA to expand your knowledge, network, and career opportunities. Before we wrap up, let's open the floor to any questions from the audience physically or online. Yep, please, Miss Jenny. Yep, thank you, Ms. Jenny. If I could just repeat that, Ms. Jenny is suggesting if we could also include my APIGA in CTPR courses. Mm, mm. Yep. Okay. So there is actually two things because DNS and IP addresses has already been covered in the CTPR under the addresses and numbering topics, which is under Advanced 1. So but in terms of internet governance, I believe there is not so much on internet governance covered under the CTPR, but then that would be under the purview of MCMC Academy. But the good thing is basically we are already discussing with MCMC Academy in terms of how we could elevate My APIGA into a better version of local Asia Pacific Internet Governance Academy. So I don't know, maybe based on the discussions we could work on something with MCMC Academy in terms of making My APIGA better next year. Next question, Stephanie.
Curious, I know APIGA is internet governance, but considering most of AI now runs over the internet, did APIGA look into some aspects of AI governance as well?
I guess that question is for me. I am the moderator. I'm not supposed to answer any questions. Yeah. I give the chance to you guys whether AI should be under my APIGA. Later, I will answer that.
Okay, I want to take the opportunity to try answer this question. Actually, it's a very excellent question. There was a participant that I know asked the same question towards the experts, and this same question got them all excited. I believe the experts shared that yes, they agree on having policy development and the governance on AI. They agree. And I am not so sure if there's already a workforce on this matter though. But to answer the question, yes, I think it's very, very important to have, especially AI currently is in a rapid growth. And not to mention, out of all the sectors that AI could do, policy is the only one thing that AI could never replace because policy is a matter that should have the human touch in it. I hope that answers the question.
Okay, and I just would like to add, because APIGA is basically was organized in collaboration with ICANN, and basically the focus of the topics focus on APIGA itself is basically DNS and IP addresses, and those topics are basically relate or reflect whatever ICANN's function internationally. So the topics that basically we covered under APIGA or my APIGA would be something is related or focused on ICANN's purview. So if AI, it will depends on whether AI will be a topics that to be discussed at ICANN's later afterwards. So maybe we could also include that as part of the topics under APIGA in the future. Yeah. Questions from online, if there's any? No questions? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I think this is also a question for me. So yeah, because we wants to reflect whatever age that being set by at the regional APIGA. So it is 18 to 35 because as I said, the two outstanding persons or outstanding participants will somehow earn their spot in the regional APIGA. So they need to be at the age of 18 to 35. So if you are more than 35 and then you are the most outstanding participants, it would somehow, you cannot actually being appointed or being awarded as the most outstanding participants because of the age limit. So yeah, that would be a challenge for us if you are more than 35. And as well as the other reasons would be because we want to develop or foster young talents and professionals. So unfortunately, above 35 is considered not young anymore. So that equals that is also includes me because I'm 35 this year. So yeah, so unfortunately that is the age set by the organizers at the regional, which is 18 to 35 years old. So I guess if there is nothing all, thank you. Sorry, one more question. Yeah, this will be the last one. Yeah.
Can you repeat the question again? So I think how does for my APIGA in order to cater for any of the cybersecurity issue in Malaysia. So I think for my APIGA is currently will be a baby step and also for the medium platform because the main agenda and also topic that have been discussed in my APIGA it is not fully covered related to the topic related to the topic that might relate to this cybersecurity. But I think that in terms of the to cater any issue related to this related to the cyber security because inside from APIGA, we also have been discussed about the DNS abuse. So basically, basically from here we have been a lot of the exchanging of the opinion and also idea. So and also from this model conference also have been discussing about the way on how we can prevent for any future cybersecurity issue or this or the or the cybercrime. So I think it is might not fully can be being the platform in order to fully cater the issue of this cybersecurity. But I think my APIGA is one of the best platform in order if you want to getting to know more and also to develop yourself uh, uh, and also to develop yourself in order to ensure that you can cater for any of the future cybersecurity cases or issues.
Yes, I just would like to add, my APIGA is basically can be a platform for you to actually knows what are the venues, what are the avenues, what are the platforms that are available in order to cater or address related issues or issues related to internet. If not the APIGA itself, might be some other organizations or some other institutions that you can actually go to and refer to of whatever issues that within the internet. So that is one of the informations and one of the knowledge that we also provided within the MyAPIGA courses. So I think that is all for today. Once again, a big thank you to our speakers and all of you for your participation. For those who attended physically and also for those who attended online, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you at the next session. Have a great day ahead. Back to you, Melissa. Oh, I pass straight away to Miss Aisha.
Thank you, Encik Afiq. So after this, we will be having our online quiz session. So before we started with our online quiz, KMRC would like to say thank you so much to Encik Afiq this is the longest department's name in MCMC, so I have to say this right. It's Numbering and Electronic Addressing Management Department. So thank you to the whole department, especially to Encik Afiq for organizing the session today. We certainly learned a lot today. And also thank you to our speakers, Encik Abdul Rahman, Encik Muhammad Irfan, and Encik Nurul Akila. Thank you again. And by the way, Encik Irfan, your colleagues is here joining us online, and he says hi. His name is, let me just share it with you, Muhammad Aidil Rizwan. He says that he is your roommate.
Yeah, I did. Hi.
Okay, so all right, so let's move on to our Kahoot session, our online quiz session. So let me share the screen. Okay, just to let everyone know, our Kahoot session is open to both MCMC and the public participation. However, the winners will only be among MCMC staff. I really apologize to all the public participation because this is due to our no gift policy. So there you go. I hope you can see my screen. Okay. Hold on. Did I share? Yeah, I need to share the sound. Okay. So you can scan the QR code to join in the Kahoot. Make sure for MCMC staff, make sure that you type in your MCMC email address. In total, there are 5 simple questions, and the top 5 winners will win RM30 ringgit e-wallet each. And sorry to say, since that numbering and electronic addressing management department is organizing this session, so anyone from this department, if let's say you win, we will actually skip your name because this is your expertise. You know everything by heart. Oh. Okay, I'll give about 10 seconds and then we'll start. 5 simple questions. Okay, everyone, get ready. We'll start in on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 7, 4 is leading currently. Okay, we move on to our next question. Question number 2. Yeah, it was mentioned and debated. Yeah, very straightforward. Okay, our third question. Yeah, very easy question. What does APIGA stands for? Oh. The speaker just gave one tip there. So it stands for Asia Pacific Internet Governance Academy. This was also being mentioned just now. Oh, okay. Yeah, 33 people got it right. Six to five. Okay. So we are moving on to our last question. Ready, everyone? Yes, Mainik. That's how it was. It is being pronounced, right, Afiq? Mainik. Mainik. Okay. Okay, let's see. So that's our top three. Oh, 625. Congrats, 625. 1595 and 820. And our runners up, the numbers just came out just now. So, but no worries, the top 5 winners, we will email to you after the session for you to claim your prize. So once again, thank you very much for all our speakers today. Thank you again for coming over here, and we hope that you had a fun opportunity and a fun new experience. And to all the attendees, thank you as well for joining us, and we hope to see you again in our next session. All right, everyone, thank you. Bye-bye.